Sardar Azmoun, new Roma player, on loan, with an obligation of 12 million from Bayer Leverkusen. What the actual fuck did we just do? I mean, I'm speechless. I mean, we've wasted 2 months to then end up signing Azmoun with the season already started. What the hell did we just do? I mean, it makes no sense whatsoever. As a player, it makes no sense. As the timings of this, it makes even less sense. This is such a shit signing. I mean, I'm sorry if I'm like this. I'm normally trying to find the positive aspects when making a video, but I genuinely cannot find nothing positive about this move. I don't get why we bought him. We were linked with far better players than him. I mean, look, if you don't know who he is, he's an Iranian national team player, used to play in Russia, plays for Bayer Leverkusen. He played against us in the semi-finals of the Europa League, was absolutely garbage. In the last 44 games in the Bundesliga, he just scored 4 goals. Correct me if I'm wrong. He's always injured. Adding on to this, he's going to play the Asian Cup in January with Iran. I mean, what makes sense about this? I'm genuinely asking this because I'm worried. I'm worried because now people are saying we're going to buy another striker after Azmoun. You better buy another striker. Oh, you better buy another striker. You better buy another striker. And let me tell you one thing. After buying such a terrible player, what you need to buy as another striker is a big name. I'm expecting Lukaku after Azmoun because it is not possible that a team which needs to fight for top 4 after so many years of Champions League, missing out on the Champions League. Within the last years we played in it, we were the surprise. You know, we reached the semi-final. Was it luck? Was it not luck? I don't care. We belong in the Champions League. The fans deserve Champions League. The manager and these players deserve the Champions League. And what do? Other teams buy the likes of, Chukwueze and Timothy Weah, and we buy Sardar Azmoun as a striker. Are you absolutely joking with us? Because it is ridiculous. It's to the extent that it's actually embarrassing. I mean, look, I can't judge this. Thank God it's a loan. Thank God it's a loan. You know, thank God it's a loan, because had we spent our money to buy him permanently, it would have been even more disgusting than this. 12 million obligation. You see the reason behind this is very simple. We've been linked with so many strikers and we were not able to get any of these strikers. And therefore, what did the ownership do? What did Thiago Pinto do? Thiago Pinto, seen all of the fans putting hurry on the ownership, buying the striker because Tammy got injured the 4th of June. That's basically 2.5 months ago that we knew that we needed a striker. And Scamacca, Morata, Zapata, all of these players. What we did in the last 24 hours is that Thiago Pinto bought a striker so that today every fan woke up and went, look, at least we have a striker. This is a move which would have never happened if we were strikerless 10 days before the transfer window ends. It would have never happened. This is a move to kind of send a signal to us fans going, I gave you the striker. You see, I've missed out on all of the strikers you read about. Now I'm getting your striker in less than 24 hours. But it's a shit striker, let me tell you the truth. So I'm expecting another striker. People are saying we are going to buy another striker. I expect a big name. Because as things stand, Belotti is our first player and Azmoun is our second player. I mean, I hate to break this, but Azmoun is Shomurodov level. To the extent I'd say Shomurodov is even better than him. So there is no improvement whatsoever from the Abraham Belotti duo from last year. In fact, if there is a change, it's It's worse. It's worse than that. I know that Tammy's back, and I think a lot of this delay in the striker is because of Tammy being back. You know, Tammy isn't dead. We haven't sold him. He will be back eventually, but he'll be back in March. You know, let's just say we ended the transfer window with Belotti and Sardar Azmoun, and Belotti gets injured. We need to play with him as a striker. He does not fit in the system we play. He's that short. And the fact that we play with low blocks and use the transition to the attack, you need a striker which helps to do that. Zapata was the perfect one. Lukaku is the perfect one, obviously. Azmoun is that tall, he's that thin. How can he possibly use his physique to carry the team forward and score goals? You know, Serie A is more competitive than the Bundesliga. You know, if Azmoun is our starting player, I bet you there are a few defenders in this league he can actually score against. You know, Bremer and Danilo at Juventus are going to completely bully him. Romagnoli and Casale are going to completely bully him. Tomori and what's his partner? Tio or Kier are going to completely and utterly bully him. Not speaking about Inter's defenders because they're going to harass him. I mean, how? It makes no sense whatsoever. I'm so disappointed in this. And I'm disappointed even more because I woke up today and I read that apparently this morning Atalanta accepted the bid, but Pinto said no because of a time delay. So Atalanta had opened up for Zapata in these last hours, but Pinto said no because they decided to be fusses in these last days and decided to get Azmoun in the night. It's been confirmed by Di Marzio. It's been confirmed by Romano. Documents are being exchanged. I expect the player to come in Rome tomorrow, if you ask me, and to probably be available against Milan next weekend. Oh my God, what a shit signing this is. The only way we save this transfer window is by buying a big name as a striker, adding on to Belotti and Azmoun. The only way we save this transfer window is if we get a Romelu Lukaku type player. Otherwise, forget about top four and also forget about Europa League. You know, and Conference League is in a risky position too. You know, if we present ourselves with Azmoun as a striker, which I don't think he'll be your starting player. I think Belotti will be your starting player if we only have these two players. And Belotti started really well. So, you know, let's pray that Belotti will save us this season. And, you know, this season, much of this season will depend on Belotti and Dybala, El Shaarawy and all of these players. But, wow, I was not expecting this. It's terrible. It's woeful. It's not Roma quality, and I know we've you know, we're targeted by FFP, but Azmoun on loan is the worst thing we could have done. I mean, I would have rather not having bought anyone at this stage and just promote our young player, really, or maybe play as the Dybala as a striker with Belotti. I'm not joking. This is a waste of time. It's a waste of money if we then end up buying him permanently with a 12 million obligation. Terrible player, injured, Asian Cup in January. Nothing is positive about this deal. What is positive, however, is this community, Roma Theory, which keeps on fighting even through tough moments in these transfer days in August. If you haven't already, smash the like button. It supports this channel a lot, which everybody is part of this community. Match preview tomorrow and Verona on Saturday. Live watch-alongs are back in the league. The first live watch-along of the league because I've missed the first opener of the season. Talk to you soon. Take care. Let me know your thoughts, opinions, and comments down below. Everyone's going to clash because I bet you there is going to be a small minority which is going to enjoy this deal. The majority is going to hate it, and I don't blame you this time. And yeah, talk to you soon. Simo, out.